It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the dip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what?
All right, welcome to Straight Red Card. It might be time for a new intro. What do you think?
I sent you some clips, man. Did you save those?
Probably. I don't know. I don't remember getting them, but
I'll have to look back through my tags and see what I tagged you in. Like,
okay.
there's definitely intro.
Oh yeah. I remember those. Yeah. I got some other ones lined up that I've been working on, but I haven't put together a new one. So we get Max off our backs for the Aubameyang that clip. He's not been on our backs at all. He doesn't care.
They're slapping his belly right now. Time for the show.
Slap that jelly.
Remember, trim porpoise is fat.
Yes, I know. That's why he's saying he's slapping the flapping.
Yep.
All right. Brad and I are trying to get used to being back on school schedules after a whole holiday break, and I'm having a rough time, man. I
had a shorter holiday break, but I was still sitting there going, like, I was like, oh man, it's been a while. I've been home with the kids and stuff, and my mother-in-law's in town. She fell and broke her forearm. Oh my god, this is a holiday full of fun for all of us. I was sick Christmas Day, like I was out of commission completely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was ready to go back, but then my alarm went this morning. I'm like, I don't want to go back.
Well, for me, I've been staying up watching all these. I watched the whole Silo series. I watched Severance. Now was on Landman. So I was staying up until ridiculous hours of the night because I couldn't stop watching these good shows, man.
Yeah.
And so here I am on a go to bed at 4 a.m. schedule. Well, that's not going to work. And I try to wean myself off like the last few days so I could get back to something. No, I couldn't do it. My body would not let me get off. You're staying up all night and watching some sort of series all night. No, anyhow, it was great. I got some relaxation, but it was good to be back and be amongst, people again. Because, my parents are gone. They're in Florida, so I got no weekend visits to go to. So I got this show, and that's about it as far as human contact during the break.
Like you were saying, you were up to like 2:30, and like, I got to go to bed. What the hell?
Yeah.
I had the same issue last night, and we were talking about this beforehand. But I got sidetracked. I went upstairs around midnight, threw on YouTube, and all of a sudden I'm watching a 2-hour documentary about some group of people in France building a medieval castle out of medieval tools and medieval blacksmiths and woodcutters and all that shit. I mean, I got stuck. I don't know how. I was like watching. I was like, I can't look away.
Yeah, I don't want to even know where that video is because I'll get sucked into that too. Stuff like that fascinates me. So yeah, I'll try to stay away from that. Although I'm taking a break from Landman until the weekend.
They're showing like how you make a lime, not lime. What's the other type of lime? Quick lime, off of like cooking rocks, and you throw them into this water or whatever, and it dissolves into a paste. And it's I got to make my own mortar now. What's happening here?
Yeah. Did Pulisic injure himself with his girlfriend and his hip? I don't know. Hip flexor. Well, there's only one, right? We've determined that. I do have to mention, though, while we're on Pulisic having sex with his girlfriend and his hip flexor, again, some really annoying things about bad porn, which is why a lot of us should probably stop watching whole chunks of porn because they're stupid, they're bad. But particularly the ones where the guys are plowing away, but then they have to pull out every like 10 seconds to go, Opa! What the fuck is that? What?
There's actual people pulling out saying Opa.
Yeah, literally, Opa!
And you were watching Greek porn, huh?
And she's like, I don't know. And then she's like, gaped, I guess. Or it's horrible. Listen, I didn't tune in for the Opa. All right? I didn't tune in for that. So anyhow, more bad porn. It's just bad. I don't know. Most of that was in the 90s or the 2000s, probably, guessing by the status of the footage. And so, yeah, the pulling it out every 10 seconds is completely annoying. So you can chant Opa, and then, whatever. And then the soggy dick thing. Like, if you're a guy that makes porn, like, and you can't get hard with like a 19-year-old teenage girl who's hot as hell, then don't do porn. Just give it up. You're bad at it. Or take a blue pill. I don't guess they had that back in the 2000s, but anyhow, just some bad stuff out there. Just really bad. Really bad. And I don't know how they got away with it back then, but they did. Anyhow, that's all I've got from my last, week?
Of research? Yeah.
Yeah, last week of research. All right, welcome, guys. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, it's not a whole lot of stuff going on out there, but we'll cover what there is, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we're stuck between topics between either saying, has Nancy ruined Europe for future MLS managers, or
question mark
a smattering of topics.
That we name this a smattering of topics, which apparently Colin Reese would have liked better. But hey, we've got to take on the topic that's being talked about. At least it has been on ESPN, FC. It's been talked about a lot of different places. So if they're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. And yeah, so we'll get there soon. Has Nancy ruined it for future MLS managers?
Yes and no. Larry wants us to explain what Maxim is to the younger generation of followers we have, since you're bringing up the whole porn stuff and everything like that. Now, during the Maxim heyday, you would have probably been in college area, so you probably never really obtained Maxim magazine.
Yeah, no, I remember Maxim magazine. I was way past magazines in college.
Sure. You're the real deal.
Real deal. Real women, number one. And on the rare occasions I didn't, then, there was porn. So, I didn't watch a whole lot of porn in college. I'll be honest with you. I really didn't. I haven't had a magazine since I was in high school. So there was no point in it. Because even in high school, I was getting the real deal. So, I don't know. There was no point for magazines. I had them around, but eventually I chucked them because what's the point, right? They are all worn out. You've seen it 1,000 times. And there was much more explicit things you could now go out at the age of even 16 and go rent because nobody checked your identification, right? So, there you go.
Yeah, so long story short, Maxim magazine was basically Victoria's Secret meets Playboy without the nudity.
Yeah,
spreads of chicks in lingerie and skimpy outfits, and you got some stories and some jokes.
Yeah, I mean, if you like being teased, which is there's an aspect to being.
Hey,
teased.
when you were a teenager in the 90s when internet was barely a thing, if that.
Well, shit, when I was a kid, when I was 12, 13, 14, we're talking about JCPenney catalogs and the bra section, or the bathing suit section, right?
Yeah.
And if you got an eraser, right, and you just rubbed it a little, you could actually make it look like they were nude. And then you could put little nipples where their nipples would be.
I mean, times are tough, man.
You needed a little... Yeah, you needed a pink marker, with a fine point, but you can make nipples there too. So you do whatever you have.
Graphic, there you go.
That one never really caught on my for me. Sorry, National Geographic just didn't do it for me. I know my friend had his mother. I don't know what she did. She was a nurse or something, but she had a whole collection. No, it was The Wonders of Birth book. And I have to tell you, That almost ruined it for me.
You saw a water birth, and you're like, ah.
I saw birthing going on, captured on, real photos, and I thought, holy shit, that could come out of that. Oh my God. I mean, obviously, that's the truth, but when you see it, when you're like 13, in a book, you're like, photographs, you're like,
like watching a snake eating its food in reverse.
Kind of, yeah. It's traumatizing. It really is traumatizing. Larry caught to Mariah Carey. Well, Mariah Carey was one hot chick.
He said that music videos were basically our porn.
Kinda. Mariah Carey was hot. I mean, there's no doubt about it. She's crazy, probably, but she's hot. She was hot.
Crazy.
I'm sure she's still somewhat hot.
I'm sure she's still fun. You just got to get over that the crazy scale.
I think she's in her 60s, early 60s, late 50s.
She has more right to be crazier now.
Well, yeah, now you can be crazy. Doesn't matter. But, I guess you can get away with being crazy when you're that hot.
Yes, thank you, Tony. The crazy hot chart. I was trying to think of it from How I Met Your Mother. The crazy hot chart.
Yeah. Well, she was.
It's acceptable to be this crazy if you were this hot.
I never really figured out, was Mariah Carey like half white and half black, or was she some other mix that I don't understand, or is she just white? I don't know what she is. Doesn't matter. I just never quite figured out, because she looks exotic, in a way. I don't know. Feels like there's a blend going on there. I don't know about. By the way, there's 69 of you watching right now. The totally over embellished position that everybody thinks so great, but it's really not. Black dad, white mom. Okay, that makes sense. I never really looked into it. Bjork. Oh yeah, she was really good looking back then too, and she did a bunch of half nudies. I remember that were in Rolling Stone, I believe, and a couple other places. Hot, very hot, and her voice was like an angel, right? Like an angel. So. Yeah, Alicia Keys is mixed. I knew that one, I think. Anyhow, yeah, some beautiful people out there for sure. All right, I guess we're going to start the show, Brett. What do we got?
There is the new year. You might not have known that.
I do. Can't believe it.
I figure we'll just start this off by showing a New York City, celebration for the new year.
Okay.
And see how that goes. Let's just watch this, okay? 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Okay. Oops. Yeah, they're a little late.
Apparently, TikTok convinced thousands of people that the Brooklyn Bridge was having a New Year's
Where are they? Did we get pranked?
Yes, you got pranked. Don't believe shit on TikTok, guys. Come on.
Oh no.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, we'll get to Dark Brendan slaying Amarin as well. Amarin just basically asked to be slayed after that game, by the way. By coming out and saying, I want to be the manager. I didn't come here to be the coach. I want to be the manager at Man United. And by the way, your contract says that you signed that you're the head coach. So guess you should have figured that out before you signed. Yes, our favorite wrestler.
Oh, did you see this? Oh,
yeah.
Of course you saw it. Oh, that kind of kills the joy out of this.
Yeah.
Yep, our favorite wrestler. You don't even have to sing the song anymore.
It's a little over pronunciated.
Yeah, Steven is somewhere, I don't know where he is.
Steven is somewhere, I don't know where he is.
This name's Stephen Flo.
Stephen Flo, yeah, it's not Stephen Flo, it's Stephen Flo.
But it's too pronounced. It's pronounced too clearly. You can actually hear him say Stephen Flo.
You're supposed to. Otherwise, you get hit every single time something like this pops up.
I don't know, but I'd say first time I heard the song Even Flow, the only reason I knew he said Even Flow because the title of the song was Even Flow.
Oh, fair.
Even Flow, because
I can hear it. Well, and I guess in fairness, I knew the name of the song, so I obviously can hear that aspect of it. But
yeah, but he doesn't pronounce the F. Eddie Vedder. It's like even like there's no F in there. at all when he.
I think Steven here nailed the outfit. By the way, nice long sleeve flannel with a long sleeve flannel wrapped around his waist.
Yeah.
Ah.
By the way, I got some new platforms and stuff I've been working on, and I was able to get my hands on things that can make like the sort of Tribe Called Quest beats that I had difficulty creating before. So I'm making music again. We'll see how I am.
Did you check out Suno?
Who?
I sent you a message. SU.
Oh no, I haven't checked that out yet. No, I was totally engrossed in the music.
The kids came downstairs and I was like, "Hey, you want to see something cool?" And I made songs. So Suno is it's an AI that you can throw in a handful of prompts, or you can actually send in lyrics for it and say, "Hey, do this in the version of 2000s punk rock or whatever," and it'll just make it instantly, or you can just sit there and say, "Hey, Charlie and Steven and Paulie like to catch fireflies in mason jars." Yeah. In the version of 90s pop rock or whatever, and it'll make two versions of a song, two different songs.
Yeah, no,
like 30 seconds.
I've seen Rick Beato use that program.
Fucking nuts.
He's like, can AI make good music? And so he gave it a bunch of prompts, just like you were talking about, and they made two okay songs. They weren't great. They're pretty good. But I mean, it's shocking, really.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a template that they use when they do that stuff. Because I mean, a lot of the 2000s funk all sound the same anyways.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure you could say, create me a Beatles song that hasn't ever been written before, and and give it and make it slower, and it'll make it for you. It's crazy. And then you could sing over it. If you wanted to, you could record it and sing over it. It's not that hard to do. So, yep, pretty crazy.
I stumbled across a video where I got the Suno and everything, but there's this guy listed 25 powerful AIs that are going to break out in 2026, and I'm sitting there going like, "Oh, dude, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be cool." So I'm going to probably have to check out all 26 of these and see what's what. Or 25.
Yeah. Timbo Slices, hey, Derek, can you sing Even Flow, but sing it as Michael Jackson? No, I do not have a voice high enough. Yeah, I can't do Michael Jackson. That's a voice
it's even flow. I don't know.
But that's too low, right?
I know, but I'm not getting an attempt. You kidding me?
No, I mean he'd be like 4 octaves higher than that.
You hear my voice? I don't hit that note, man.
In the carpet. Yeah. I can't even hit that anymore. I could at one point I could sing Michael Jackson. My voice is gone though, guys. So anyhow, too much smoking. And
great thing that we have AI, and you can put samples of your singing voice in there, and it'll generate stuff as if you actually sang it.
I know. Yeah, you can do crazy things, dude.
Derek's gonna start an Apple account, guys. Soon. His music will be up on Apple soon.
My music is already on Apple. You can get my last record is on Apple right now.
Yeah, but isn't there a whole kerfuffle about the money or whatever with the?
We fixed it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we finally fixed it. We worked it out with Apple, so now it's there. So,
was it Apple's the issue?
It was YouTube was the issue.
No.
So
it was your label or whatever.
And well, someone else had already posted some of these songs up onto YouTube, wasn't me, and said that they've already been, copyrighted. We're like, no. So there were already these numbers sequences out there. And so when we went to Apple had those number sequences and said, no, those songs are already been released. Well, yeah, some of them have been put up on YouTube. They weren't released by anybody. People just posted them up. It's not my fault. I posted some of them up, but not all of them. Other people posted some of them. So that doesn't mean they own them. So it was like a year-long argument so we could sell our record on Apple. It's crazy. Anyhow, now the album's been out 2.5 years. So it's a little late now. But we've long stopped promoting it. Anyhow, Red Baron says for $2, thank you, my brother. Sing 4 consecutive verses of 1979 by is this the Smashing Pumpkins? 1979, I'm guessing. I can't do that. You know, I don't. That song's not in my head. It's not one of my favorite Smashing Pumpkins songs. 1979. Even so, I'm probably not going to sing much right now. So I have been teaching all day. I had full classes. I lectured all day. My voice is totally blown. So not to mention only sleeping 4 hours last night. I am lucky to be able to talk right now. And yes, I did lectures all day on the following. Plagiarism. What is plagiarism and how you can avoid it as a student in this school? How you are going to get caught if you plagiarize using AI or using the internet. We can catch it now, so don't do it. And here are ways you're going to get busted if you try to do it. So yeah, I lectured on that all day today. That was one of our major points beginning this semester was stopping plagiarism in our schools. So there you go. And I'm the man trying to stop it, or have been obviously as the English teacher / professor. I've been tagged to do that. All right, sing even flow in the voice of Bruce Arena. Even flow. I don't know how.
Wow, that's very almost deep German fuzzy.
I know, it's almost like Dieter. Even flow. Rolled around like butterflies. I can't. I don't to do like
Bruce Arena at all.
No, I need to do a deep inner city New York accent, and I can't do it while I'm singing. Yeah, I can't. I could imitate Bruce.
Start talking like Bruce, and then just occasionally throw in a little bit of tune to it.
That's going to be very difficult. So, no, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm not my best.
It's more important for kids to learn AI than trying to stop them from using it.
No. We are using AI in my journalism class the proper way. So the people in my journalism class are getting that. We are using it for some editing purposes, but it's guided use of AI for editing paragraphs. So they have to work through it and see what they did wrong before they correct it using AI. So there are ways to do that. But yes, we can't have people writing their papers. And if there's an essay question about the Lord of the Flies, it shouldn't look like it was written by a professor from, Dartmouth University. It's pretty obvious that you didn't write that. So,
and also, I'll say, even if you were to just say, hey, write me a summary, 1,000 character summary of whatever, Lord of the Flies or whatever, it's going to be, there's definitely a tone to how AI produces its stuff that you can sit there like, this isn't how you normally talk. This is what did you do here? It's clear and obvious.
Yes. So easy to catch. And we had 3 people who got in big serious trouble last year for cheating using AI, where 80% of what they produced was either AI generated or basically just a straight ripoff of like Wikipedia.
Okay. So speaking of AI, I want to talk about Grok and how it's ruining my it's not my Twitter feed, but a Twitter feed I've seen.
Mine too.
So Grok, so people, I don't know if Grok had an update, but now people, you just basically have these practical porn pages, or you have people who partake in OnlyFans posting, scantily, covered bodies and saying, "Hey, Grok, remove my top," and then it's a picture of her with no top on.
Yeah, that's
the Grok undress. Yeah, Grok undresses. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
man, it is.
I haven't seen any of those.
Oh, jeez.
None. I don't know how I've avoided it. I haven't seen a single.
You're doing the wrong research, apparently, because you don't even have a VPN for that shit.
I guess not. I have VPN, but somebody asked if I've seen AI generated porn. Yes, I have, and it's poor. It's piss poor. It's pretty bad for the most part. What I've seen, it's ridiculous. So, not ridiculous in a good way. You can do anything. It's AI. So, Am I going to watch real people have sex, or am I going to normal, basic, average sex, or am I going to go watch AI have normal, basic, average sex? I'm going to use real people. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you're going to do something with AI, be creative about it. I've seen some creativity, but not a lot. Nothing that's been interesting to me at all. There's a lot of AI generated futa porn that I've seen on during my research.
Kobe's even talking about it's happening to friends of his on his timeline. They had to go private.
Jesus, that's crazy. Yeah, so you can address any girl basically.
Yeah, you can. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, and at some point, someone's going to sue somebody because you can say, "Well, it's fake. It's not real. Those aren't your real breasts." Well, maybe not everybody knows that. I guess we'll find out if that happens at some point.
And all it takes is somebody to do that on Twitter and then pull the picture off of Twitter and post it elsewhere.
Yeah. Well, we already have the whole fake genre, right? Fake celeb porn
deep fakes
genre. Yeah, deep fakes or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're so obviously fake, so I'm sorry.
It's improving every year.
It is improving. It's getting better. It still doesn't do it for me because I'm like, it's fake. Like, I know it. My brain knows it, so it just doesn't do it for me. Like, I need this shit to be real. Or seem extremely real. Extremely real. You got to be able to trick my brain into thinking.
You're saying Elvis Presley never had sex with Ice Spice?
Correct. That's exactly what I'm saying. So, all right. So, my brain detects, and that's bullshit, and it won't allow me to enjoy bullshit. So, that's like when you watch the really formulative when you're doing research, and you watch the Russian porn, whatever guys. They do the same thing, same routine every time with every girl. And after a while, you're like, and that started in like the mid 2000s. They've been doing the same fucking routine for like 15 years. It's like, okay, first you're going to do this move, then you're going to move her to this move, then you're going to do that move. It's too formative. All right. You got to be a little creative, mix it up, make it look like it just happened, right? Throw some acting in there. This shouldn't be just gymnastics. Okay. People can do gymnastics, anal acrobat gymnastics type of stuff. That doesn't interest me after a while because I know it's just about the acrobatics of it. It's not about the act that, this is a really good romp. That's what we want to watch, a really good romp. That's what most people would want to watch, I would think. Not something that's performative and already been mapped out and exactly it's like, now I'm done.
Yeah, you want the plumber to come in and slip on a banana peel and accidentally fall into the wife, and then the husband walks in and catches him, right? That's what you want to see. Like, no, that's acting.
I need the girl to show up with the pizza that's ruined and then anyhow. Well, whatever. So anyhow, it's too much.
There's a whole the female pizza delivered person brings it over. There's a hole in the box. Like, what the hell? And she goes, "Well, it works better for guys."
Yeah, exactly. I just think
somebody order a large sausage.
Like so many things, Brett. There's just a lack of creativity out there in many industries that we do research in, and porn's just one of them. I'm sorry, it's not very good.
You got to be up to date.
Well, you got to come up with something new every once in a while. Something freaky that's also like, wow, that's freaky and hot. That's all I'm saying.
Larry says he doesn't need it. He just needs AI to undress Derek.
Larry, hot.
You're going to send him a full frontal, and then he'll undress you later with AI?
My moobs. You want to see my moobs,
he's going to post a picture. Derek keeps talking about his 8-inch wiener, and look, it's only 2 inches.
Hey, our moves are already totally exposed in the intro, right? The musical intro.
Oh, speaking of which, it's funny that like you talked about how your mom, I guess, thought that one of the intros was actually like you.
Real?
Like, oh my god, was that Derek? Why did you do that?
I know.
So I'm showing Charlie, my daughter, all the stuff I've got on the media assets, except for some of them. Like,
obviously, yeah.
But she was laughing. She goes, is that you? I'm like, oh no, don't tell me you're actually being that to
Oh,
me. But then
no.
I came to the realization she's looking at the face and realizing that, oh, that's a young daddy.
Oh,
That's daddy when he was younger.
well, I was a little younger in those photos too.
I mean, she didn't really. Yeah, exactly. I said the same thing. I said, well, both photos are younger us.
Yeah.
Derek
All right.
Scully didn't bump into my face, Charlie. Come on.
No. We're not that gross. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's do soccer.
Let's bounce into the real topics here now.
All right.
All right, Derek. We got a FIFA halftime show coming up. Apparently it's going to last over 30 minutes.
Really? Okay. Despite a typical break lasting 15 due to the Super Bowl style halftime show. I don't know if that's really that big of a deal. Usher, Rihanna, Snoop Dogg, and The Weeknd all went 30 minutes due to need to build and dismantle the stage on the pitch. Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. It's the World Cup. You want to do 30
you have a lot more time. You have a lot more time to go to the bathroom, I guess.
Yeah, or jerk off, or take a shit, or whatever you need to do.
And you got plenty of time.
Puke in the toilet because you're nervous. Whatever. You got more time. Rub one of those Charlie horses out.
But I mean, God, you'd have to have like a line of like Pelotons in the locker room for the players to stay fresh. I mean, 30 minutes. I mean, your legs are going to start tensing up.
Yeah, you're going to have to get them all something to get on and ride, right?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, ski machine or something like that. I'm not being too perverted, but yes, they're going to have to keep warm somehow. Maybe they do a train on someone. All right, whatever you got to do it. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, it's going to be another thing for people to bitch about.
Yeah.
So much more ad space that they're going to throw in there before and after the concert.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be wearing Pepsi or Coca-Cola shirts and stuff like that. Man, dancing Coca-Cola bottles.
Probably Dr. Pepper, huh?
Whatever.
I'm just saying, Dr. Pepper dominates football commercials for sure. NFL, college, it's Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper. So
I'm just using an example of one of the sponsors taking advantage of the 30-minute space.
And you know what?
About it.
If Dr. Pepper has Dr. Pepper Zero, where is it? Because I can't find it anywhere. And, not that I'm looking for it, but Pibb Extra over Dr. Pepper. Okay, maybe. Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb's fine. Yeah. I don't mind it. I like it.
Shouldn't take a doctor to make that drink.
Well, I mean, it does take a doctor because there's like 32 flavors in it.
No, 23. How come Mr. Pibb could make it? He didn't even get the degree. He didn't need a degree.
Maybe the doctor got lost his license for drinking while doing surgery, and he had to rely on coming up with some chemical concoction that tastes delicious.
No, I think he went to college to learn to do that, and he paid way too much. Well, Mr. Pibb went to a 2-year community college, and he made his cheaper.
I feel like Mr. Pibb is like when China takes technology away from or takes technology from countries, they remake it and then they sell it cheaper than what those companies are selling it for.
Are you claiming you're claiming Mr. Pibb stole those 23? That 23.
Well, they figured out what 23 flavors were in there, and they kind of made their own concoction of it. Sure.
All right. Well, still, it's probably not the same as Dr. Pepper's.
It's not. Well, it's no different than say like Pepsi and Coke aren't the same either, even though they're colas. They're different.
To be fair to Dr. Pepper, even though he spent more years in school to learn how to make it, he's definitely the dominant product.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Yeah. I can't even find Mr. Pibb half the time.
You have to go to a place that has Pepsi. And vast majority of places, unless you go to like a Taco Bell or whatever, but vast majority of places have Coke.
Although I have to admit, when I go to Myers, I don't really look for Mr. Pibb. I am looking for one thing only: Canada Dry Zero. That's it, people. That's all I drink around here. So, yes, they should be a sponsor for this fucking show.
I got a Dr. Pepper right now. Hold on, I gotta block the. We're not sponsored by Wendy's, but I got Dr. Pepper right here.
Okay.
diet.
I like Dr. Pepper, but I need zero. I need it caffeine free.
Oh,
like
okay. Well, caffeine free. Well, man, that's what the booze is for, right?
Yeah.
You counter the caffeine by drinking the booze.
Yeah. So the pharmacist that made Dr. Pepper made a lot more money as the creator of Dr. Pepper than he did as a pharmacist. So,
well, I mean, that's questionable, though. It depends on how Coke. Well, I guess maybe Coke bought it out or something like that. But if it's like Marvel, or if it's like Marvel, and you go and you create an X-Men, the X-Men takes off or whatever, you're not getting shit for that for the most part. You get kind of small royalties, but I mean, I'm sure Dr. Pepper, the pharmacist who created Dr. Pepper, ended up selling it to Coke and made a shit.
Well, yeah, for sure. Obviously, they were separate companies at one time, but let's also keep in mind that this pharmacy was also a ice cream, whatever, soda fountain store too. That's very
Root beer floats and Coke floats. And
very common all the way through the 1930s in this country, or 1950s even.
Pharmacy really took a different take as we got towards our generation.
Well, certainly after the 1890s or early 1900s, they stopped. You couldn't go to your local pharmacy and just get Valium or heroin. You used to be able to do that. Just walk in and buy heroin.
Or you could get cocaine by ordering Coke, right?
Supposedly. Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Addicted a generation.
Julian Vivas says for 109, thank you, brother. Some people say soccer's ruined because of all this. I don't think it's ruined. I think it's the World Cup, and they're going to go excessive on it. And I suppose, I mean, you can like it or not, but I'm not going to lose my fucking mind about it.
Yeah, the real quick was called Laudanum.
Laudanum, yep.
Which I was only introduced to by the movie Tombstone.
Yeah, and women took it a lot for their period.
I got a headache.
Headache in their period. And so women back in those days were fucking super addicted to this shit. They were stoned out of their mind half the time. So, and then there was a famous person in Bloomington in the 1890s who, from a famous family, who died. He had a toothache. He went in, and used too much laudanum and died on the way home, overdosed.
It's made it's opium is what it is.
Yes, which is heroin.
As far as the big question when it comes to this World Cup, because obviously there's changes occurring this World Cup, is whether or not FIFA is going to maintain those changes when they go to the Morocco, Spain, and Portugal World Cup next time.
Sure, yeah.
Are the ticket prices still going to be ridiculously high? Are we going to
they'll come down a bit.
Mandatory water breaks.
They'll come down a bit. Mandatory water breaks, yes. That's here to stay.
So you think they flood the changes here just so they can keep small changes as they move forward?
No, they're going to.
The U.S. will have it in another 30 years. They'll make more big changes just to keep more small changes.
No, the only reason the price of tickets won't go up as much as the native audience isn't going to be as wealthy. That's it. Other than that, still going to be expensive ass tickets for that World Cup. But as far as commercializing the shit out of it, yeah, they're doing that. No doubt.
Well, you're not going to see as much on the next World Cup is going to be the resale market.
Right.
So a lot of those countries have strict restrictions.
Yes.
On that shit, which again, I know a lot of people preach the free market type of shit, but you know what? I wish they would restrict the shit out of the resale market. Fuck that.
Well, you had guys like Pearl Jam and etc. out there fighting that for years, but they're not winning. Yeah,
they're not spring chickens anymore. They don't care at this point. I mean, maybe they care, but they're not really pushing it as much.
Well, they don't have as much power as they used to. People
do you think Pearl Jam's do you think Pearl Jam tickets are on Ticketmaster now?
I don't know. All I know is they don't have as much pull as they used to be. People don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
So this.
And not only that, anybody with a computer and half a brain can make a song now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh man! So speaking of some slight changes, and I don't think it's going to happen this World Cup. I may be wrong, but I know EPL is looking at, or I think it's just EPL. They're looking at changing the offside rule. come the 26-27 season.
Okay.
So basically, it means that your whole body has to be offside. So here he is. This guy is onside, whereas this means he's offside.
Well,
he's fully passed.
You're going to have to start looking at legs just as much as you do now. So good luck on that.
Yeah,
whose stride was a friend of the other guy's stride. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to come down. It's going to come down to again. He's going to be like a yard away from the player, but he may have like a stud that keeps him onside.
The point.
Yep, look at that. He's onside.
The point of this new rule is for more goals. That's the whole point. More goals. Yep. They want more goals. So they want to change the offside rule. Yep.
I hate the fact that don't get me wrong. I hate the how particular and strict they are with what's considered offside now. I'm like, hey, your pinky was offside.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're offside. That's bullshit. But I mean, if you're looking at this onside picture right here, that's offside to me. You're clearly passed when the ball is played. That's a whole stride difference. But I mean, I guess it comes down to the point of, again, is it going to be subjective in that sense? You shouldn't have a laser level pointer,
They will.
This and X, Y, Z.
They will.
I feel like it just kind of kills it to an extent. I think this kills it more than having a 30-minute halftime. So
it's just the opposite of what it is now, right?
Yeah.
So will it kill it?
Offside traps are going to be
risky.
Very risky at this point, yeah.
Yeah. So in some ways,
all it takes is one guy on that line to just be a fraction off,
You're not going to have people playing risky high line ball then. You're going to have teams playing way deeper, which is going to make offense suffer. So you think you're trying to make more offense, but in the end, you're really not, because the defense will drop back and play deeper. Low blocks. Exactly, as Kobe says. So I don't think this is a real help. Wenger has been pushing this dumb idea for years. Don't worry, it won't happen. I don't think it will either.
I thought they said that it's going to happen. I thought they said they're going to start it.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm hoping there's more pushback. I mean, again, certain technology. I mean, if you're talking about VAR for goals and you want to check every goal, I'm cool with that. Whatever. You want to find out there's not some way the referee fucked it up. Like he didn't see the ball bounce inside the goal before it bounced out. Cool. Let's do that. But if we're checking every minute thing, he was offside 4 plays prior to the goal, so therefore no goal. That kills it for me.
I don't know. We'll see. It's never as bad as it really ever sounds like it's going to be. So we'll see what happens. So
wasn't someone called offsides because their bulge was in front of the defender? So there was definitely we covered this on one of our shows.
Yes,
but I don't know if it was real.
It's not real.
It would have been. I think that's kind of the point of it. I don't think it was necessarily, I think somebody generated it to look like that.
Yeah, we made jokes about it before. Somebody having a pseudo hard on during a game, and that makes them offsides. It's never happened. The cockside rule, as Robin says. Yeah. No, it's never really happened that I know of. If you can find an instance of it, please send it our way. I'd like to make it part of our intro, but I've never heard
says
of it.
It has to be a playable body part. You know what, though? If it was Zardes, that would have been a playable body part.
I'm sorry. Your cock and balls are a playable body part. As you just stated, Zardes scored with his cock and balls. It bounced off his junk and went in the goal. It's a playable part of the body. Yep. Yeah. Now, there's actual footage of that. You can go find that. Zardes did score with his cock and balls.
Crawling off to the sideline to slide on his knees.
Well, he thrust his hips out and hit it with his cock and balls, and it went in.
Well, I mean, if it's as long as your leg, that's fine. Go for it.
Let's not give him too much credit, Brad.
Oh, come on. We got to give him some credit.
All right. So.
All right.
This is way more tabs than I thought we were having tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of transfer news that you're going to be like, Oh, yawn. Who fucking cares? Type of thing. But
Okay, good. So let's get to it.
well, we're working our way there.
I know.
Speaking of a cock and ball move here,
Gabon's government has suspended the national team until further notice after a disgraceful performance. I don't know how disgraceful it was at the 2025 AFCON.
3 straight losses, Derek. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but they were all bummed out because they barely missed out qualifying for the World Cup. And so it's all been downhill and deep depression city since then. They kind of got screwed too in the qualifying process. So here, this is just sadness, I believe, taking over this decision by Gabon's government. Captain Bruno Ukulele Manga and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang have also been banned for representing the Panthers. Well, Aubameyang doesn't care.
He's like 36, right?
Hey, he's done. He's not going to be playing when he's 40.
Yeah, he's like 36. Seriously, this feels like just like dick waving at this point. Like, yeah, you're banned from playing again. Like, dude, I was gonna fucking retire, man.
This is just an overreaction.
My last chance for a World Cup. Yeah, I'm out.
Dude, they barely missed qualifying for the World Cup. So yes, they're extremely frustrated. I don't know about how embarrassing it was. The team's definitely, since not qualifying for the World Cup, been in a bit of a depression. But the team's not on paper that great anyhow. So for them to get as far in qualifying as they did was nearly a miracle. And yeah, I mean,
I don't know how the government is the one who came and suspended them. I mean that's a foreign topic for us, I guess, here stateside. But
just imagine if you have a dictator who has the mind of a toddler and watched his team get wrecked in AFCON. What would he do? If you're Saddam Hussein, if you're you're like, oh, fuck them, they're miserable, they're a disgrace to our country, ban them all. That's what happened here. All right, there you go.
Well, I gotta bring this up. Larry says once USA started struggling in 2022 World Cup qualifying, they introduced VAR to give USA an edge. So what you're saying is that USA were getting screwed over, Larry. I mean, I'm not sure that it's making the point you're expecting it to. If let's assume that's accurate, they introduced VAR to point out that USA were getting dicked over. If that were the case, I mean, I'm just going off of your comment there. I'm not saying that actually happened.
Okay, yep. So that's Gabon.
Yeah. Speaking of teams that barely missed out on the World Cup, New England's getting a new stadium.
So that's about time. Okay, this has been in the waiting for years. $48 million to Boston mainly for infrastructure upgrades, $20 million for waterfront park in Everett, $17.5 million per bridge connection to the Orange Line without public subsidy.
That's the key. I'm actually kind of impressed with Kraft if he's fronting the bill.
I'm a little surprised by that. Yes.
And that'd be a really cool stadium.
Yes, it would.
If they get it. And
especially with all those people. Especially with all those people sailing right outside the stadium conveniently.
That'd be awesome, yeah. You got a little ferry next to to bring people over, apparently.
Oh, okay. I'm just sorry. I had to look closer to make sure you weren't being offensive.
Fabulous.
All right. It's awesome.
I mean, this would be really cool to see. And props to the New England fan base for sticking it out for 30 and some odd years.
No, they
almost
haven't.
30 years.
No, they
waiting for it.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, there's still like 12,000 people going to the stadium.
Yeah, but for a while there was almost nobody going.
Oh, sure. I mean,
during the slim years, during the Friedel years, nobody went to watch that team. All right.
I feel like New England's had more success over their tenure than failure. But
Bruce Arena brought him back. No doubt.
Whenever teams fail, I mean, FC Dallas, whenever Chicago Fire, whenever they're all having bad seasons, or maybe decades for that matter. Yeah, the attendance is going to go down. It's going to happen.
Well, all Kraft did was hire Bruce Arena, and the crowds came back because he started winning.
Well, then they got rid of Bruce Arena.
Yeah, because he called somebody the F word.
And they didn't make the playoffs then after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Obviously, he's fronting. This is different than say Chicago's stadium, which we're fronting the bill for the stadium, but we're accepting public funds for the infrastructure that goes around it. So it's not quite the same in that sense. So
it's because your team sucks. All right, what else we got?
A bunch of Cincinnati fans posting that Chicago's like they do that tier system, and then Chicago's all the way at the bottom tier. I'm like, okay, yeah, this feels personal.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Speaking of bitchy fans, I don't know if your timeline's been consumed by this.
What?
But oh my God, man, Notre Dame fans are some of the bitchiest bitch fans ever right now. They're almost up there with Ohio State fans because all they can sit there and say is, "Oh, Notre Dame beat Indiana last year this time. You know, Notre Dame deserves an apology." I'm like, guys, just fuck off and with some humility here.
It's
just
pretty hard to believe they're still complaining, although I agree with them. They should have made the tournament. But comparing Indiana from last year to this year is not even comparable. I think Indiana wiped the floor with Notre Dame this year because they've wiped the floor with everyone this year, outside of two teams too.
Regardless of this season, if you have to be if you're being recruited to a footballing program, nobody's gonna look at Indiana's history over Notre Dame's history. I'm like,
bullshit. No, that's not true, Brett. Just today, if you saw the announcements, which I heard on the radio on the way to work, Indiana has recruited some of the top players in the country from other teams.
Yeah,
through the portal.
Well,
play for Indiana.
That's another thing, though. Notre Dame fans will sit there and brag that the recruitment is portal less because they don't recruit from the portal.
Well, good luck because they're going to get fucked next year, right in the asshole by Indiana if they play them again.
But I'm like, it is. I mean, you can sit there and make the argument. Yeah, you should have been there. Cool. I'm fine with that. Anybody can make that argument if they have a top program that didn't make the playoffs, whatever. But sitting there and constantly bitching, like, I mean, my timeline was littered with.
I haven't seen any of those dumb fuckers, and I'm glad I haven't seen the fact that they're still bitching about it.
I was posting to a couple of them, like doing like the computer kid that goes, you know, that meme, you know, saying I had another one with Ace Ventura was like very cool, you know, and stuff like that, and just mocking them with memes because it's stupid. Why would you even sit there?
They probably should have made the tournament, but by now they should have been way over it. We're all the way to the semifinals, so they need to get over it by now.
I honestly think that they're blue check marks and they're just aiming for the interactions. That's what I think it is.
Probably.
That's all I think it is, and that's what it is, unfortunately. But yeah,
we better stop football.
As Kobe says. Also, join a damn conference.
Yep.
That could make a difference. They could win the conference and join automatically.
Good. Yeah. All right. Let's
all right, sticking it in MLS here.
Oh God.
Sporting Kansas City is welcoming Rafa Wicki as head coach.
Oh, another regenerated guy that's already been here, done that, and failed. What the fuck?
Speaking of a portal, MLS has their own portal. Like, all right, who's coached in MLS and maybe some U.S. men's national team or whatever that doesn't have a job currently. Rafa Wicki's available. Yeah, we'll hire
Bring him on in. Bring him on in.
Why not?
He's never really been successful wherever he's gone, but bring him on in. What the fuck are they doing in KC? Jesus Christ.
Although with the headline Nancy being removed from Celtic, I'm sure they would have wished that they would have held off for a week or two longer there.
I think Columbus wished they would have too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Columbus. Yeah. Somebody's like, yeah, Columbus. This is gonna be an easy call for Columbus. I'm like, yeah, but they'll have to fire the guy they just hired.
Yeah, no worries. We're gonna get to Nancy soon. All right.
Bar down bully. Are you a Kansas City fan here, or are you just not a non-MLS guy? I don't know. One of the two.
Yeah, it's a lot of MLS, no doubt. Our apologies.
Derek, your job at Yanks Abroad has just become a little less.
I know. Oh, poor Sebastian Soto announced his retirement at 25 years old. Soto scored 2 goals in 2 U.S. men's national team appearances and was with a number of European clubs, kind of, including Hanover, Norwich City, who we never really played for, Porto, who we never really played for. Barely played for Hanover, let's be honest. And my favorite team in Austria, Klagenfurt, who are now down in Division 2. Let's be really honest, it was mostly injuries. Soto's an integral part of the U.S. team for the 2019 U20 World Cup, where he famously scored 2 goals in a shocking 3-2 win against France in the round of 16. Listen, he's a player with a lot of potential, but racked with injuries. Absolutely slaughtered by injuries.
Well,
so,
that's why I said between just not playing and injuries, he never actually lived up to his potential.
So he would come back after the off season, after being gone for like 9 months for Klagenfurt, come back and play 2 games and get injured again and be gone for another 8 months, and then come back and play 1 game and be gone for another 8 months. This guy had back injuries that were so severe and other leg injuries. There's
truth behind that, Jackie. I agree, but I mean, it's a fact. Soto has scored for the U.S. more recently than Sargent.
So this is really, I know we joke about the Klagenfurt thing, but it's a tragedy because he had some ability.
This is another reason, and I mentioned this, I think, to Soccer and Kelly, and he mentioned basically the same thing that I'm going to say here. There's a reason why Derek and I say, hey, guys, pump your brakes about these youth results and these youth players who you think are going to be the next thing. Just because they're great right now does not mean they're going to amount to hill of beans in the end. Right. They might, but they most likely won't.
And if they're injury-laden, young, they are really screwed. So, this goes from players like Soto. We've also mentioned spaghetti tendons. Who? Josh Gott. And
Ledesma for a while there.
Ledesma, although
he wants to be a Mexican player now, so it doesn't count anymore.
And then SC Dallas's Wonder Boy, who has had Pomacall had 4 knee operations in like 2.5 years. He's done. He is done. So yes, I guess enjoy it while you can, but don't get overly excited or whip out the lube, because injuries can do it. Mental state can do it. A lack of development can do it. Making very poor decisions about where to go. Lewis Gill, for instance, had opportunity to go to Arsenal and develop himself further.
Remember when Conrad looked great?
Yes.
Conrad was on that same. I think Conrad was on that same team, actually. I think I saw him on the highlight reel of the France game.
And Conrad couldn't get a start in Switzerland while he was there, and now he's in a second division team in Spain, and he's also not a starter. And by the way, he's not 19 and 17 years old anymore. He's a grown fucking man with hairs on his nuts, and he can't get a start at Quetta. Okay? It's very bad. This is very bad. So I don't think anybody that watches our show hypes kids, because we are very against that. But that's why you don't do it, because it's such a small percentage of them that actually work out.
I think there's a number of fans, especially even within our community here, and the greater independent community, quite frankly, that's putting a lot of stock in the Matisse and the Sullivan train.
Yeah, I put more stock in Matisse right now than I would Sullivan.
We'll cover Matisse here in a second too, but yeah.
But I wouldn't overdo it with either. Once we see Matisse Albert playing regularly for the 2 team, that still doesn't mean he's ever going to play for the Dortmund 1 team. He might. He probably will. But based on his trajectory, but let's just keep track of it. But let's not get too excited.
It's okay. It's okay to praise, and it's okay to acknowledge that there's talent there. But let's not say he's going to be our saving grace come 2030 at this point. Let's wait a little bit, and let's see what happens.
Right. Pete is really bad about. What's he saying? He's hyping Matisse out there.
That's I'm assuming. I haven't even looked at the comment. I'm already in the media assets right now.
Oh, by the way,
he's really bad, but I think John is talking about maybe hyping that player is going to be X, Y, or Z. Pete had a video talking about like 5 or 6 youth players that and where they rank and stuff like that. And I thought his video was fine. I thought the rankings he provided were fine too.
I thought he just said keep an eye on him. I didn't know if
he gave a potential rating for all the players except for one. I think that he hasn't really seen. I forgot who we covered the guy, but I forgot which one it was right now. He's the guy who's played for both the Mexican and the US U16s, but I forgot his name already.
Oh, I know what kid you're talking about. Yeah.
So he hasn't rated him. He hasn't rated him because outside of occasional highlight, he hasn't really seen him play, so he didn't rate him. But everybody else he rated. I think he only rated like 2 out of the other 5 or whatever, as in like a 4 out of 5. He didn't give anybody a potential world class rating. Yeah, there you go.
I think Campbell. Yeah, okay. I think I remember a part of this video because I watched a part of it because he says that Matthias Albert has the potential to be another Pulisic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
He labeled him as a 4, and I think Kevin was like a 3.5. I mean, he didn't give anybody a full out world class potential.
Yeah, so I don't think that's
pretty retracted there.
I don't know if that's overhyping based on the way the language I remember from, like he always says, but keep in mind, that's not always going to happen. Yeah. Right. Okay.
As Jackie says, it's impossible to know with kids.
It's impossible to know. Like Matthias Albert does look really great right now. Mm-hmm. I am really happy for him going to Dortmund too. Maybe he will break. I don't think he's going to break Reina's record for the youngest American to start for Dortmund or play for Dortmund, but I doubt that's going to happen. But even if it doesn't, he might break Pulisic's, I guess. But even so, who cares about that? The real point is, does he belong? And we're going to find out if he belongs soon enough. And by the way, Dortmund don't play wingers, and he's an outright winger. Outright winger. I don't know how you plunk him.
Not a right winger, but an outright.
A left winger. But I don't know how you plunk him into Dortmund's main team. I don't know where he belongs. As a 10? I don't think so.
So since we're kind of talking about him, let's pull him up real quick. He is training with the first team as we speak. But that's only because it's the off season or the preseason to the second half of the season. He'll be back with the U23s, but it's a positive sign.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, he is quoting one of the worst.
We'll get into that whole thread there.
Okay.
We'll get into that whole thread.
That guy this BVP News Blog guy is a wretched fucking rumor mongering moron. Do not trust anything that guy posts. He is just posting for clicks. Period.
He throw. I mean, from what I can understand and what we've seen over the years, it seems like he just throws shit against the wall and sees what sticks.
Nothing sticks. It all slides down the wall onto the floor.
Mr. Magota says Soto was one of Derek's favorite prospects at one point.
Was he? I liked him.
I don't know if you were. I think he's being sarcastic. I think he's joking and pulling your leg, Derek. I don't think you were ever really super stoked on him.
You would know, right? You were here doing the shows with me.
I mean, you did cover him every week, despite the fact that he was injured or playing on.
I did
on some B team in some random country.
I've been criticizing him since he left Hanover for making lots of stupid moves with his agent. So I don't know. All right.
Well, let's move on to a kind of a dual nap panic and transfer news segment here.
Transfer news. Who's getting mounted on transfer news? Who's getting over on transfer news? Transfer news. Everyone loves that transfer news, but me. Whatever.
I went with more of the transfer news because there's more transfer news than there are dual nap panics. So I didn't want to have to do both video clips.
Yeah,
I get it. Both because they're both dual nats and transfer news.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, for the 160 of you that were here, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandma. And thank you for coming out on this Monday night when there's really not a whole lot of news. But hey, what the hell? We're here. USA Ballers Abroad. The Instagram post says that Bayern Munich and Leipzig are among the clubs that have interest in Jacquet Fields. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that pronunciation.
Jacques?
Jaquise? Could be Jaquise.
I don't know that's why I'm happy that you took care of this one, because I would have said that and be like, dude, no, it's like Frank.
It's a fucking made up first name.
It's for us all to trip on.
It's a super original first name.
Mr. Fields, we'll call him.
Did you know in Germany he wouldn't be allowed to name himself Jaquise or Jaquise? Because in Germany there's a select book of names you can only name your children.
It's like Greeks are like that too. My wife's best friend had married a Greek, and when they had kids, it was like, hey, if it's a boy, it's got to be my father's name, or if it's a girl, it's got to be my grandmother's name, or something like that. And it's literally it was something like that. But yeah, they it was very, all their names were very Greek and very family oriented.
Well, I bet. I remember they were talking about in the United States, you can name your kid anything. This one kid, a while back, his parents named him Queef Boner. His last name was Boner. His first name was Queef. Like, you just don't do that to your kid, right? That's like you're naming your kid Adolf, right? Right.
Like Jason Lee named his kid Pilot Inspector.
Yes.
Well, and then obviously Elon's got a litany of weird fucking names.
Yeah. Please. Who was it? Frank Zappa named his son Dweezil, right? Dweezil Zappa.
Larry's father-in-law's name is Adolf.
Somehow that's really shocking to me.
No joke.
So basically, what happened to Larry is he was a total rebellion against Adolf. That's my guess. All right.
I don't know. Maybe John is referring. This is what he's referring to with the Greek name. Maybe that's what it is. First son is paternal grandfather's name. Second son, a maternal grandpa's name.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Well, don't remember the very famous first American, not Lawless, to play in Italy, who was a Greek American, was actually Harry Paratestes. So let's keep that in mind. Not all that information they're sending you is correct. All right. So what am I supposed to get out of this, Brett? That somebody is interested in Jaquise or Jaquise
18 years old, Mr. Fields.
That's getting old.
17, 18.
Okay. And
well, I mean, at that point, that might be his only opportunity to go to Europe at that point, because he doesn't have an EU passport.
Do we know anything about Jaquise?
I haven't looked anything up about him.
Do we know where he plays?
Give me a second. I can look it up real quick.
Let's do that, because he's got a German passport. Obviously,
that's right. Yeah, because it's there. Yeah.
His last name isn't German, so it's got to be his mom's side.
All right. So transfer market's having a little hissy fit right now. So I got to scroll down to the wiki. But where the fuck's the wiki? This kid doesn't have a wiki yet. He's 18 years old. His current team is Hoffenheim 2.
Okay. Well. All
right. Well, that's less of a concern, because I mean, I assumed he was playing somewhere here stateside, but he's already in Germany.
Do you know how many kids that we had at two teams and other teams just like 10 years ago? It was like 15 fucking teenagers that were in Germany. You know how many of them made it out? None. None of them became a hill of anything beans. They were nobodies. Okay, they're playing in
U19s. That's where he's playing as an 18-year-old.
Okay, great. I am shocked. By the way, he wouldn't be the first American to go to Bayern Munich. He'd be amongst numbers of Americans, young Americans.
The booths were there.
The booths were there. Green's been there. There's a whole long list of Americans that have come through the Bayern Academy who never, ever, ever played even a minuscule part of Bayern Munich's big boy team. So,
well, I mean, I guess as far as a big boy team, I don't think you could name one or two. But I mean, as far as like coming through the Bayern system, can you name a person? I can name one
that became an actual player, regular starter
for a decent team somewhere else.
Oh yeah, that I can name. But the majority of them ended up in Division 2 or lower.
Yeah. Tillman and Richards, those are the two that are sticking off the top of my head right now.
Yes. Those are the two.
Aside from that, what's the next best? I guess what? Like Taylor Booth?
I guess. Is that a success? Guess.
Ooh.
There are plenty of others.
We've covered them in the past couple of years. We've covered a number of them that have been in the Bayern system. They may still be in the Bayern system for all we know, because I don't know how in depth you really go, Derek, in your research. This is a different type of research, by the way.
Not as deep as I used to go.
That's right.
Because I'm older. But you know what? I would just say, if you really go back through the list, I would say over the last 15 to 10 years, there have been hundreds, not 50, not hundreds of American youth players in German youth programs. And 99.9% of them amounted to dick snot nothing. Nothing.
And a number of them even made the move to MLS and never found.
Never.
What's the kid that went to Philly? What's his name?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Just recently. I forgot his name already.
Well, he's playing in like Poland now or something like that.
Tony wants to know how many Americans playing abroad? 600?
If you really think the guy that did the last chart extensively, if we get really open about it, had like an upwards of near 800.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? There are a shit ton of potential American players in Europe. Some of them are full-fledged, some of them are just potential. And you know what? We've never bothered to really scout some of them because they've languished over at the two teams or less. Maybe they never really even made it out of the U squads.
I used to keep a chart on this, people, because I was fucking insane. And so I had every youth player all the way down to Division III teams.
I would occasionally send Derek, "Hey Derek, here's a new one." He's like, "Nope, I already got him on the list."
Yep.
Well, jeez, dude.
At some point, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. It takes too much time. I got a 600 kids list, and I can't do it anymore. And the reason I mainly stopped was the failure rate was at like 98.7%. Why am I wasting my time?
Probably even less than that, actually.
On a failure rate that high. It wasn't worth my time anymore.
Brian27 says dick snot equals schmegma?
Nope, it's sperm. More like sperm. All right.
Isn't Grayson Detoni, isn't he the goalkeeper from Roma? Or am I mixing people up here?
Now you got me confused with that comment. But listen, Detoni could come up. He might be something, but we got a lot of work to do there. I thought he was the center back guy.
He is a center back. Is he the center back at Bayern?
Bayern's 2-team. Yeah.
I mean, I'm spacing who that Roma goalkeeper was then.
Oh, yeah, not worth wasting your time looking it up. All right, so listen, I hope the best for Tony, and I hope he plays for us, and he probably will because he's not going to be good enough for the German national team, probably. But we'll see. Because he's a center back, we definitely have to keep an eye on him. Period. And end of story. All right, what else we got?
Inter Miami have permanently signed Rocco Rios Novo, acquiring 70% of his rights. This goalkeeper has signed a 3-year deal, and with the transfer details yet to be disclosed.
Okay, well, this guy could play for the United States, and at this point, although he had some sketchy moments here and there through the playoffs, worth keeping an eye on. Why not? Our goalkeeper situation sucks. Why not keep an eye on him?
That, yeah.
Yep. That's all I got.
That's all we got.
For that, yeah. There's a report that Parma's considering a loan for K-Roll. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're considering it, Derek. Come on. I'm sure they're considering it.
Bullshit. They are not. No, this is more bullshit posting. If he goes there, he won't play a fucking second.
Well, this is Deportes TVC. It's got to be legit, right?
It's full of shit. He's not going there. They are 3 deep, and they got a center forward. He's not going there. Anyone who thinks that is a fucking moron. And if he goes there, he's not playing a goddamn second.
Derek, it's in consideration. It's in consideration.
No, he's not going there. I hate these posts. I hate these posts.
Oh, man. I like how U.S. ballers abroad specified. There's a report, so he's not even saying, "Hey, this is going to happen." I'm not. He's like, "Hey, out there in the ether, there's a report."
This is not at them. This is at Deport TVC
monitoring.
It's fucking bullshit. It would be the dumbest move he's ever made in his career to go there. He's not playing. He would be lucky to go to a League One team and be a regular starter. Gabriel Figueroa. Okay,
that's league, not league. That's league, right?
League. He could be fine at. Listen, honestly, he's not starting for any championship team. He's certainly not going to Parma and getting a goddamn second. This is a ridiculous report. I don't know. Well, I would guess that Deportiva has their own reasons for pushing Gabriel Figueroa because of their connections via nationality, and that might be why they're pushing it. But they're wrong, and they're idiots. No. Gabriel Figueroa couldn't start for a single team in the French First Division. He couldn't. Like I said, let's go watch him play a season at a League One team and see if he can score 20-odd something goals like Charlie Kelman did. All right, who we don't talk about at all. No one talks about Charlie Kelman, even though he's got 4 goals this season for Charlton. And rightly so, we don't talk about him because he's been on and off the starting lineup and he's been injured. But he's back and he just scored a brace for Charlton. Yeah. So
Caleb Wiley's loan to Watford will be interrupted with immediate effect as he returns to Chelsea to receive injury treatment.
Surprise, surprise. Wiley has another loan cut short from injury.
God, this sounds familiar to another Chelsea folk. However, I will say this much. Gaga was in a Chelsea 18. Due to their second goalkeeper being injured.
Like, these injuries are so fucking annoying at this point. They really are. They really are. So
yeah. Gaga signing. He's there. He's here. Yep. He's there. He's not every fucking where.
Yep.
All right. Werder Bremen is apparently exploring an idea or deal by Damian Downs this January.
No, they're not.
Do you think
Hamburg might?
Do you think Southampton would be happy to offload him and say, "Hey, man, it's cool, just take him off our hands"?
He's going to take a massive pay cut wherever he goes.
Yeah,
but and you know, it depends on how much. I could tell you, Werder Bremen and Hamburg don't seem like the two teams right now in the Bundesliga that are going to bite off a huge chunk of his salary in order to loan him. It seems a little like way out there, but if he's desperate enough, he might take a fucking pay cut just to get the fuck out of Southampton. Like, they have to restructure his contract so he can get out of there and then take the loan. And it's more likely to Hamburg than it is to Werder Bremen. Just saying.
So, I mean, obviously Hamburg is gonna
they're more desperate.
They're desperate, and they've dealt with Damian before in the previous season. So maybe they're looking at saying, "Well, we know what he offers. Yeah, he can bring a lot to the squad." Yeah, I mean, I bet you anything Southampton would be happy to offload his salary and everything. Say, "Hey, take him."
Well, he'll literally have to take a pay cut. There's no way they're going to that either Hamburg or Werder Bremen are going to pay his salary during that loan. No way. Like, they might pay even a part of it would be shocking to me because it's large. Southampton went out and gave this guy a massive salary. So if you're desperate like Hamburg, and Hamburg should have some money, they're one of the biggest clubs historically in Germany at one of the biggest cities. You would think they'd be able to afford it, and they're more desperate. So if it does happen, I'm saying it's Hamburg, not Werder Bremen.
Yep. Tony says contract till 2029?
Yes, till 2029. They paid this guy a handsome sum, and he's gone there and wilted like a little flower after a little goddamn pressure on social media. Had to turn off his Instagram Come on, man.
Hmm.
Like, grow a pair.
Adam says, stupid move to leave Germany. Should be doing whatever it takes to get back. I mean, at this point, it'd be doing whatever he can do just to get out of the situation he's in.
I mean, Kern are laughing right now.
Yeah.
Because they're like, how he made.
Listen, they're doing the running man while they're, fighting for the stave off relegation, whatever. But,
That's true. I mean, they could have used him, honestly. So, stupid move on his part. Oh, I could either play in Bundesliga or I could move to a country where I've never lived, in a culture I am totally not used to, and battle for a position on a team where I'm not 100%, I'm going to be a starter. Or I could just stay with Kern and move to the Bundesliga, where the team knows me. They know how I play. They know how they can. I mean, what a dumbass move. But he and his agent need to be slapped.
But Derek, he's a huge fan of beans in his dishes, and he's also really been interested in trying some spotted dick. So it made sense.
Yeah, here's the thing, Brett. He doesn't really like the beans that much. He likes smelling his own farts. So that's what the problem is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll happen. That'll happen.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
Don't bogart that joint, my friend, says sources. Norwegian club Fredrikstad. Ooh, my loins are tingling. Will sign rising American attacker Gabriel Wessa, as we'd say it in German. But in America, we'll say Wessa. Wessa turns 18 in May. Will join Zen. Wessa had 4 goals and 7 assists at MLS Next Pro. Oh my God, broke out the lube with Atlanta's second team this year. Atlanta want to keep him, but Wessa will head to Fredrikstad.
So
what a move down.
All of the youth accounts on Twitter are saying this kid's highly touted as an attacker. As far as youth is concerned, but he's moving to Norway, and from what I understand, from what I've seen, his agent apparently is Norwegian, and he handles a lot of the big Scandinavian contracts and accounts and stuff like that. Whatever. So he's moving. That's why he's getting the move over there.
I hope
he's going to move over there, get him into Europe. This is the Landon Donovan point, right?
Oh yeah,
why would you move to Norway? You're gonna move to Norway?
Norway?
I mean, not Latvia or Luxembourg, I know, but I mean, I'm sure Norway's probably up there in his consideration.
I mean, I hope he likes herring and potatoes and sour cream.
Pickled herring.
Pickled herring. Yeah. Hey, do whatever you got to do, Mr. Wessa, and your agent who's Norwegian. That's fine. But you will probably find that you will go to Norway and disappear, because that's what happens.
Hey, he can go to Norway, do really well, and find his way to Belgium or Denmark.
Doubt it. When's the last time that happened?
I don't know. I'm sure there's some players from Norway that can find their way into Europe.
All right. Well, I don't remember any of them. I don't remember a whole lot of Norwegian players, American Norwegian league
American
players.
Norwegian, no, I can't tell you that much. I'm saying there's some Norwegian players that find their way into better leagues in Europe.
Americans playing in Norway are playing in a lesser league than MLS. The kid is, I don't even know how old. He turns 18 in May.
Yeah.
He's got obviously no chance at playing for Atlanta, so he's leaving.
Well, I mean, apparently Atlanta wants to keep him. They say right here. Atlanta wants to keep him, but Westa's like, nah, bro, I'm going to Europe. Peace.
Well, good luck to him. You know what? It takes balls to leave and go to a foreign country.
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't speak Norwegian. Who does, except for Norwegians? And good luck to him. Get used to a whole new diet, whole new, different environment. Good for you.
Yeah.
Hope it works out. Alini 2796 for $5. Happy New Year's to my favorite American pundits, Derek and Brett. Thank you. We appreciate your love. We hope you guys all had a great New Year, including Colin Reese.
Yeah, well, sure.
Why not? Let's throw some Happy New Year's.
I hope you had a great New Year's. I'm sure you did. living it out in that nice California weather. Hopefully the rainstorms that went through there didn't affect him any.
I'm sure.
I don't know where the rain hit there. I saw the flooding videos and stuff like that. Hopefully that was a different portion of California.
Well, I only bring that up because we're about to push this narrative.
Oh, yep, we'll get there in a bit. Yeah. Cole Campbell's on the move. He's got a loan to Hoffenheim where they're doing a loan fee about 1.5 mil with an option to purchase, which will be worth around 10 million in the end.
He is. I hope he's ready to get 10 minutes here, 5 here, 8 here, 2 here, no game here, no game there, 5 there, because that's what's going to happen. Just saying.
I would call you being pessimistic there, but I mean, that's probably more realistic in the end. I mean, unless he just goes out there and balls out and all of a sudden finds his way into that lineup, who knows? But I mean, I think you're being pretty realistic here.
I think so. And I mean,
and it's a loan option. This is Gio to Forest all over again.
He would have been better off at Bruges or Anderlecht.
Honestly. Yeah, go on the fucking transfer show. Yeah.
I mean, Hoffenheim are a good team. It's not like they're fucking sitting at the bottom of the table. Good luck.
BMR says, so you're saying he shouldn't go? He needs to get out of Dortmund.
He needs to get out of Dortmund, yeah.
Whether or not this is a good actual solution for him, it's just a loan for the remainder of the season, and then with the option to buy. So we'll see what happens in the end. He's going to go back to Dortmund in the end.
Somebody at Hoffenheim has a boner for him, so maybe they believe in him. We'll see. But I think my prediction is much more realistic. 10 here, 5 there, 8 here, 12 here. I don't think he's a starter there.
Bieber says he doesn't start at Bruges or Anderlecht either.
I don't know. I think he's got a better chance at fighting for something there. You don't think Hoffenheim are a better team than Bruges or Anderlecht?
You're saying the odds of him getting more playing time at those clubs is more realistic.
Yes.
Not saying that he would go there and become an automatic starter.
No, he'd have to fight there too. But his odds are better than Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim, they've got a good team. What do they need him for? I don't know. Like I said, somebody at Hoffenheim has a hard-on for Cole Campbell. So he's going there, and hopefully that hard-on leads to some minutes.
You know who else has a hard-on for Cole Campbell?
Oh, for fuck this guy right in the ass.
We're going to go right down the thread, so let's get ready to read, man.
And that's why I asked him in the thread, are you all these quotes from Sportsville? Did I get a response? No, I did not. Yeah. So he says, when Cole Campbell extended his contract with Borussia Dortmund 2024, the player was made big promises. The club wanted to build on him, and he should have played a decisive role in the Club World Cup in the USA, says Sportville. Now, the rest of this, no more Sportsville. Okay? So the rest of this, if it is, Sportsville's another one of those magazines full of junk. Junk. And this guy has been notorious for trashing Americans at Dortmund for any reason he can think of. To this end, the bosses even had a special cover made for Sports Illustrated featuring Campbell, who was touted as a rising star. In the end, he played 0 minutes at the Club World Cup. Did anyone think he was really going to play? I didn't. At the Club World Cup.
He played some minutes in the season leading into the Club World Cup. I mean, it wasn't a lot. He played some Champions League minutes and then some regular season minutes. So you'd think that he was on the up and up, you would think, but...
So what is this guy notorious? He is notorious for making all-American players at Dortmund look like douchebags. And maybe they are all douchebags. I don't know. Seems a little weird, though, that douchebaggery is the way he paints all Americans at Dortmund. In the box seats area of the Dortmund stadium, the kits of the current professionals are hung on the walls. Although Campbell made his professional debut about a year ago, his kit was missing from the wall. The family, his rich daddy, called and complained about this with success. Okay, we already got his rich parents. They're going to be more involved in these. At the end of the season, Campbell's kit was on display when the family entered a home game with friends at the start of the season and wanted to proudly show them their son's shirt. They searched for it in vain. You know what? You really think Dortmund are bowing down and kissing Campbell's parents' asses? This is ridiculous. They don't. No way. No way.
Oh, the custodian removed it to dust the area. He must have forgot to put it back up. Here, we'll take care of that.
I guess. And then what? The disagreements with the American junior national team player, began virtually as soon as he joined the pros. Really? January 2024, Campbell, then a 17-year-old, was allowed to fly to the winter training camp with the professional team. Was allowed? Because his parents bitched? Are we serious? Is this real? The destination then, as now, was Marbella, when the offensive player, and he means offensive in a different way, boarded the plane with a luxury watch and a luxury travel bag. Oh my God, that's horrible. Those in charge could hardly believe their eyes. So,
are you telling me that no player at Dortmund has flashy shit? They're all
we
humble
serious?
people, dry Winnebagos, and just like not Winnebagos, but what's a crappy car from like the 70s or whatever? some shit car.
So let me.
Brett. Casios.
Okay, no. Are you serious? He came on with a fancy bag and a fancy watch, and that caught the eyes of Edin Terzic and the whole team, and they were like, "Oh, Cole, what are you doing with that fancy bag? You trying to upstage the rest of the guys who clearly also have nice watches and bags? They're millionaires."
Yeah.
This is why I'm calling such bullshit on this story.
Basically, every Dortmund player had to go to a homeless person wearing a suit and pay them money to take the suit off of them so that they can wear it onto the plane.
Yeah, because Cole Campbell was just upstaging all of them with his fancy bag and a watch. Are you fucking joking? Edin Terzic saw this, and he said, the coach at the time, gave the player a verbal dressing down, telling him that talented players should not flaunt their wealth in this way. What? There is no way this is true. There is absolutely zero way that any bag he bought was that fancy or his watch was that gaudy. It is impossible for that to be true.
Terzic's sitting there like, no, you should take your millions of dollars and bury it in your backyard.
From Campbell's point of view, this was not a problem at all because he's a douche, says BVB Newsblog. He didn't put the he's a douche part at the end, but that's exactly what he should have put because he wrote this. It was a similar story when Campbell drove his father's Porsche to the training. Again, there was an extremely critical reaction from BVB. Are you fucking kidding me? A Porsche? All those players drive Mercedes and BMW, and they're worried about a Porsche.
Listen, they're going, Campbell, you live in the apartment complex 2 minutes walking down the street. Why are you driving your Porsche to training?
And it's his father's Porsche. Maybe he doesn't have his own fucking car. Maybe he's got to drive his daddy's car there. I mean,
talk about how old is it? Like a crappy rundown, whatever, 1950s Porsche?
It could have been. We don't even know what kind of Porsche it was because
floors rusted out. He's Fred Flintstoning it up there.
But let's be honest, BVB Newsblog doesn't really care because his modus operandi is to trash Americans. That's his job. When the team met again in Dortmund after the summer break, after, by the way, Terzic had spanked Cole Campbell in front of the whole team, ripped the watch off of his arm, and shoved it up his asshole in front of the whole team.
Took the watch. He's like, players shouldn't be flaunting their wealth, and he put it on his own wrist.
No, he shoved it up his ass, Brett. You missed that. Oh, yes, he put it on his own wrist, fist fucked Cole Campbell up his ass until the watch came off. When the team made again in Dortmund after the summer break, Campbell and Reina, he couldn't leave Reina out of this. He had to get Reina into this. This guy is the biggest cocksucker ever. Had to do penalty runs. The reason for Reina was obvious because he's a douche. He ignored the training plan because he's a douche. And he received from the club for the holiday period. Oh my, this guy has.
Well, Let's assume Gio ignored the summer training plan. Gio was told during the summer that go find another team. They told him, go find another team. You're not going to be here. And guess what? Who cares? He had both feet out the fucking door during the Club World Cup.
Yes.
He knew he wasn't going to stick around.
And he was training, by the way. So I don't know about that.
Oh, it's weird. From September, or was it October? No, it was November when he came in.
This guy's whole focus is so obvious. This douchebag at BVB Newsblog. It's to the point where, like, oh, I got to get Gio Reyna in this too. Let me stick him in there too.
He's no longer on my team. I'm going to smear his face into the ground.
Yeah, exactly. And so, all right, next. Campbell, on the other hand, did the runs on the treadmill. From his point of view, from the club's point of view, they were not complete.
You got to give him, hey, at least he gave Gio props and saying, hey, Gio did the penalty runs. Legit.
I would love to figure out where this douchebag gets all this specific information all the time. Remember, this is the same douchebag who 4 years ago told us that Reyna would never play for Dortmund again. And then Reyna did play for Dortmund again. And that kept telling us that he was not in their plans when he was obviously going to get another run out and did, and it didn't work. Now he's gone. But he did get another run out just as we said he would. And yeah, this guy's a douche. Do not follow this guy. Do not like this guy.
It was like 2 years ago, and it was just such a stupid comment because, of course, Gio was going to get another run out. Dortmund wanted to make up as much market value as they possibly could off of him because he dropped so drastically because of injuries and not playing.
Does he not read any of the news on the Dortmund board? Like, all that shit's public, you fucking idiot. Why don't you go read it, you moron? God, this guy claims to be the BVB news blog when he's just a tiny dicked man.
it has been a bad push, and we brought him up enough, and I think Campbell's out. We can still have Matisse there, so I mean we're going to hear more from him in the future, I'm sure.
Well, we're not going to hear any truth through this Nimrod, so don't listen to him. If you want news about any American, Matthias Albert going forward, for instance, from this turd bucket, not Tom Bogert, the turd bucket BVB news blog.
I don't think he handles that one. Yeah.
Do not listen to anything that guy has to say because very soon, coming to a theater near you,
I'll be back there, by the way. Keep going. I'll be back.
Will be posts about how Matthias Albert is a total douche. Get ready for that next, because that's what this guy is going to do. This is what all this guy does. So, plain and simple. All right. Tom, don't bogart that joint, my friend. Says PSV has rejected a bid from Fulham from U.S. men's national team forward Ricardo Pepi. Just like we said would happen. PSV want way too much. They want 40 mil. And there is no one on this planet who's going to pay 40 mil for Ricardo Pepi. Not right now, and not even next summer. That isn't happening either. The bid was for 26 mil. Sources expecting another offer to be determined. Pepi, who turns 23 in January, has 10 goals and 2 assists in 957 minutes this year for PSV. Listen, as a devoted Fulham fan for 20 years, I guess it'd be over 20 years now, wouldn't it? God, I'm getting old, guys. I would have liked this. I would have. I mean, but I'm biased, obviously. I'm a Fulham fan. Would he have struggled to get starting minutes? Absolutely. So maybe in the end, that's not the best for Pepi. And so this is the best thing for Pepi. Pepi just stay at PSV, play for PSV, and score more goals. You're never really going to build your value up to 40 million like PSV has designated you as. So, let's see. Colin Reese. Derek, did you start cheering for Fulham in January of 2007? Would have been closer to 2005 and 4 would be my guess, if I can remember correctly. That's when the early morning occasional at that time Fulham games would be on television. And I think they were replays. They might have been live. I can't even remember. It was the Brian McBride era, and I did catch one or two games earlier than that with Lewis before, all of the McBride got there, Bocanegra, eventually then Casey Keller, Dempsey, Johnson. But yeah, I'd say 2004 is probably closer to the year, somewhere around there. Hard for me to remember. And yeah, I just did the whole PSV. Too expensive. Nobody's going to buy it. Anyhow,
Derek, Sam's back.
I know. I sent you the post.
I know you did, but I'm bringing it up for the show.
So Sam is back, people, with no warning and nor any explanation at all. Zero explanation.
Hey, he liked the comments that were saying like, "Oh, Sam figured out what his YouTube password was now."
Yeah. At least when I went, there was like 80 views on that. So
he's up to almost 4K at this point.
Okay, good. So back to normal.
That's so strange though, because his account didn't take a hit. I mean,
no.
I think there's maybe a large enough population that all of a sudden it's spread on Twitter, like, "Oh my God, Sam's back!" and boosh, they got all the views. I mean, his view counter didn't take a hit, which is surprising. Yeah. You take a couple years off of YouTube and your account basically dies.
And it ended up in my feed. That's why I sent it to you. I'm like, guess who's back? He's back
again.
Yep.
Sam is back. Tell a friend.
Well, people did tell their friends because Mr. 69 wasn't the only guy who posted that on social media. So
since Sam's back, let's go ahead and talk about his picks here.
All right. Well,
World Cup.
If he really thinks Matt Turner's making this team, I found that a little surprising. I don't think he is.
Aside from Freeze, who?
Turner got left off the last roster.
That's fine. Yeah.
There were other options.
You know what? He was out of the playoffs too. So then again, that whole playoff thing was a jumbled lie, regardless. But yeah, he was left off that one. Fine.
Yep.
Yeah. When you talk about the goalkeepers, it is going to be a hit and miss, and maybe at that point, Poach is just going to say we're going to take Freeze and we're going to take two goalkeepers that are currently playing. That's it.
Yeah. As wingback selection, Alex Freeman should be listed as a center back. He might as well take Joe Scally off that roster. I don't think Joe Scally's going to make it as of right now.
I don't know, man. Was Scally doing well enough at Gladbach?
Maybe he makes it. We'll see.
I wonder if Scally's going to get another look in March, and then maybe that'll be the final.
That'll
say.
be
Final nail
say.
in the coffin, if you will.
Yep. I don't know if you need that many wingbacks as he's got on there. That's a lot of wingbacks. And by the way, Way is a wingback now too.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. At that point, you got to look at the possibility of Way in that situation.
Right. And Freeman and Scally are more wide center backs. Trusty McKennie. I don't think Robinson's making this team. I think we're going to see Banks get a shot in March. I think he's going to make this team. I don't think he'll play unless somebody gets injured, but I think he's going to go to the World Cup. I don't think it's going to be Robinson. It could be, but I doubt it. I
don't think Derek said no Jedi.
No. Robinson's making it. Robinson's
the different Robinson.
Yes. Yeah. Miles.
I don't know. I would hope that he gives Banks an opportunity. He called Banks in, so I'd hope he'd give him an actual opportunity. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's the 5 center backs plus possibly Scally.
Yeah, and then double pivot. That's a whole lot of fucking double pivot. And by the way, yeah, I think Sebastian Berhalter is more of a 10, is how he's envisioned. But I think it's fine. Those players are pretty much spot on.
I think Sebastian Berhalter's been played as the double pivot all under Poach the entire time. I don't think he's actually played as the 10. I think he plays that double pivot. He gets up just like Roldan and just like Tessman do and all that.
Kind of. That's why I said it's probably fine. But Christian Pulisic, Malik Tillman, Giovanni Reina, Timothy Weah moving back to wing back, and then where's?
I didn't realize he had Weah on the list. I thought he was when I was listening to the video. I thought he just said that Weah is the odd man out, but he hasn't listed as a dual 10.
Yeah, I think not having Luna on here is a little not knowing Poach.
I that's what I said too. I think Colin mentioned it. He's like, he doesn't have Luna on the list, and I said, yeah, I don't see Poach leaving Luna off.
I don't either.
So I think Luna's in there. Remove one of these players as you see fit, of course. I don't know if we necessarily need 6 players to play 2 positions.
Right.
I think that's a little excessive. So I'm thinking a Roldan or even a Berhalter might get left off in case of Luna in that case.
Yep, I agree. And then Balogun and Pepe, yes. Whoever the third striker is right now, you think it's right, but trending as we head towards March, who knows?
Right had it's going to be one of those like, what have you done for me lately type things, I feel.
Yep,
and
I agree.
Wright has come in and he has scored goals for Poach recently, more recently than Ajbal.
But he stopped scoring for Coventry City completely for 10 games.
Fair enough.
He is in a drought, a bad drought. He was dropped off the starting lineup this weekend. I don't know, man. Right, this is not the Haji Wright we were seeing earlier this year, last year, or late last year.
I think Scally. I've never seen Poach play Scally as an actual wingback. He's always played more of a third center back. So I think Scally's got to be in the center back position if he's on the list at all, and that's questionable on Poach's side, not necessarily my take.
Oh, I think he's taking Alex Freeman over Scally at right center back.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, as far as the center back is concerned, though, I mean, I don't know. Freeman can be played more as a wing back than Scally will under Poach's system or under Poach period. I don't even know. I think if Poach let Scally play as an actual wing back in a 3-back system, I think he'd do perfectly fine. He does good as a wing back for Gladbach.
Yes, but I do think that Poach thinks that Freeman can do both better.
That's fair enough. I mean, I see your point.
Yep. So he's more athletic. He's
who's missing aside from Luna? Who's missing?
Nobody really, I don't think.
So I mean, I think Luna's going to be there regardless. So which player is getting ditched?
I think it's probably Roldan or Berhalter. That'd be my guess.
I would think so too. That does give us 2, 4, 6 10s as an option.
I mean, it could be Brennan Aronson, but I kind of doubt it.
At this point, Aronson's been playing well enough for Leeds that you'd imagine that's got to be sticking in Poach's mind at this point.
Right. I mean, there are too many wingbacks on this thing. So
the argument with Brendan Aronson was always like, hey, he's questionable in the final third, but the past couple weeks he's been pretty damn solid in the final third. Or decent in the final third, let me phrase it.
I don't think Scally makes his team for Poach.
Possible.
So there are lots of options.
Yeah.
Lots of options to cut. But I think Scally to me is the most, like, knowing Poach. That's how I feel. I think it's Scally that's out.
And you got, I mean, I know a lot of people are questioning Roldan and stuff like that, but I feel like he's made a big enough impression under Poach that I think Roldan's going to be there.
He's everything you want in a player, Brett.
So, yeah.
So says Poach.
There's another one. Another potential candidate that could be in there somewhere. Zendejas.
Yeah, I think that
he's going to get a March look.
His injury fucked him.
Yeah.
So, yep. And could be quite true that Zendejas is better than Luna.
Whether he is or not, I mean, I think Luna fits Poach's ideal of a player that's out there. The guy that just balls to the wall, gives everything he has. And make your arguments here or there. I mean, it's subjective in that sense, and you can sit there and say like, well, you're completely wrong. This person's better than this person. But then you'll have other people say, no, I think this person's better than that person.
They're totally different players.
They are. I agree.
Zendejas is the guy who likes to come out wide and then come in, whereas Luna can play inside. So it's just going to really depend on what Poach wants to do, period.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Sam, welcome back. Hope we weren't too hard on you there. I don't think we were.
I think we've always been pro Sam here. I know people in the chat are like, Sam's a fence sitter. He's milquetoast. We've always been like, no, we like Sam. Sam's nice. He's good.
Well, he's a nice guy. Absolutely. I don't ever get hard on him.
Yeah.
So
I feel like just like with Pete and Tact, I think there are takes that they'll say and he'll say that we'll sit there and disagree with, or we'll be like, I think you might be in our opinion, we think you're wrong. But I don't think we've ever gone on Sam at all. So
I just don't swing that way, Brett. All right, what else?
You don't have a lady in I don't think you swing either way at this point.
No, I definitely swing one way. Although that Futa shit is interesting. All right, what else we got?
Apparently, the potential 2026 World Cup home kits have been leaked.
I'm not believing this yet.
Footyheadlines.com posting this.
Yeah.
New Waldo kits.
Maybe.
You know what? They got the Adidas detailing in there as a possibility.
Maybe.
Well, I don't see a giant star in here, so I'm not sure if that's going to be right or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think about the potential return of the Waldo kits?
I take them. I love them.
Much better than our recent kits.
For sure.
100%.
Yep. I'll take the Waldo kit. For sure.
Speaking of soccer in America, apparently 10% of Americans said soccer is their favorite sport. And we've surpassed baseball in the sense that people say that football or soccer is their favorite sport. That's not to say that we've surpassed baseball in viewership or anything like that. But if you had to sit there and say, hey, Derek, what's your favorite sport?
Soccer.
Okay, well, that means you hate baseball, basketball, and American football, right?
No, I love American football.
So
I don't care much for basketball. I used to watch it a lot, not so much anymore. Don't watch any baseball or hockey anymore. I don't have time. I don't have time.
So I mean, my take on this is because everybody's posting saying like, "Oh, soccer's moving up, soccer's moving up." I'm like, well, you just have we have 10% of Americans, whoever were polled here, said that soccer's their favorite sport. But of those 10%, I feel like most of them are probably big American football fans, basketball or baseball fans too, or hockey fans.
Yeah.
So soccer is still far behind in viewership.
I'm surprised how low basketball has fallen.
As far as favorite sport, I mean, I guess American football is going to trump most of the votes there.
I guess, but basketball used to be up there.
It's spreading out thin. I mean, you got tennis, you got boxing and MMA, you got
who
golf.
the fuck watches tennis anymore?
I don't know.
Nobody.
About 5% of the fans who voted here.
Where are the big American characters in tennis? Where are your fucking your John McEnroes or even Pete Sampras or Andre Agassi? American tennis is in the doldrums. No wonder Americans don't watch tennis. Like we don't have a player anymore, a great player. We used to dominate tennis. We suck at it.
Well, I mean, this tells you that five people out of 100, Derek, say tennis is their favorite sport. I mean, that's not saying a lot. There might be 5 people who just really enjoy tennis more so than anything else. It doesn't really have to be an American that they're supporting. Maybe they like insert random tennis star here.
Well, okay. Well, for me, growing up, the reason I got into tennis was John McEnroe. And then later on, Jimmy Connors was then too. There are lots of great tennis stars. Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras won multiple titles. Like, we always had one guy. Like, it's really hard to watch tennis now because I'm watching 2 guys from Spain and France. I don't know anything about these guys. I got no dog in the fight. I'm not interested. And besides, the game itself has gone to such an astronomical, mind-blowing state. It's like watching fucking ping pong, the way they're slamming this shit back and forth. Like, it doesn't, my mind can't comprehend. The artistry is gone. It's just hit it fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's it.
People don't play tennis anymore. They play pickleball.
Well, that's a stupid sport. But anyhow,
it's like a table tennis on a bigger area, right?
Yes, there are guys, Jackie, like Ben Shelton out there, but like, are they Sampras? Are they Agassi? Are they Mac? No,
they're not as marketable as tennis has been in the past.
That's for sure. Like when I was a kid, tennis was fucking huge. McEnroe, Lendl, Connors, that shit. Borg, that shit was huge. U.S. Open.
The Agassi and Sampras rivalry,
golden era of American tennis was.
I didn't even like tennis that much. I mean, I'd play tennis. People want to play tennis, but I didn't even really like tennis. But I knew that shit.
Yeah, I know that Fritz is top 10, but he's not competing for number one. Americans in my lifetime have always been competing for number one from 1979 to 1990 or 2000. Right? All right. Since then, nada, nothing, zippo, zero as far as world-class players. Those are all Swiss guys, Spanish guys, right? Czech guys. They're not Americans. Americans are not the dominant force in tennis anymore. And it's a little depressing. I don't know what fucking happened to us, but we're not good at tennis anymore. We're okay.
Tennis is dominated by like two players at this point, right?
Yeah, you got the Spanish kid and you got the Italian kid. I can't remember any of their names right now. My parents watch tennis incessantly. I go over on the weekends. I'm like, can we watch some soccer, please? I cannot watch this. I do not know who these players are. I know the big names. I just can't remember their names now. But I know there's an Italian guy who, funny enough, has an Austrian last name and mostly speaks Austrian. But his Austrian town after World War II was bordered into Italy in the north. So he's Austrian, really, to me. But okay, whatever. All right. Alcaraz, thank you.
We know where Antonio's at currently in the video. We were talking about Damian Downs at that point.
He's way back. Way back. All right.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, we get into the real topic here.
We're getting to the real topic here. So before we start talking about it, obviously we know that we're going to talk about it. After six losses in eight matches, Celtic have finally fired Wilfred Nancy.
Yeah. Can I ask you
after 32 days on the job?
Brett, let me ask you this. If just for instance, you were the coach of Columbus Crew, you were pretty successful. Celtic came a-calling, and the coach that you're coming in to replace the caretaker had just won 7 of the last 8 games. Would you go there and absolutely fuck up that whole thing and say, yeah, fuck all that shit that guy was doing. I'm going to do a totally different thing. Fuck off. And then
if you're a systems guy and you're going to implement your system,
well, that's fucking idiotic.
You want to do that over the long term. You don't want to Ted Lasso it and say, hey, I know we've been playing this 4-4-2 or we've been playing whatever this is with Zava. Now we're going to play total football out of the blue, just randomly out of the blue.
That's ridiculous.
You're not going to do that. You got to slowly work your way into that. So
absolutely.
You go in there, play to the strengths of the players, and then slowly but surely implement your system into it.
You slowly integrate.
No. Yeah.
Yes, you slowly integrate something also that Almiron from Manchester United couldn't get through his thick fucking skull, right? Just going to do what he wants to do, Almiron. And now he's gone because he's a fucking arrogant motherfucker. All right, you believe in your system all you want, but I know as a more pragmatic person, if I'm brought over to Celtic from MLS, I'm going to go, you know what? What you guys are doing, it's pretty much working. You've won 7 out of the last 8 games. So I'm going to stick with that for a while. I might tinker a little, not a lot. We're going to continue winning. And I'm going to get through this season, and we're going to win this fucking goddamn championship. And then when we rebuild during the offseason, and I bring in more players I want to, because my system requires different players, that's when in practice, I'm going to get you guys totally focused on my system with some of my players I brought in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to fuck myself in the asshole immediately by fucking changing everything when I get there like some arrogant total prick, and not only fuck the team in the asshole and then get them to question buy-in, but fuck my own asshole. What a dumb idiot. He fucked himself, dude. Can you believe this? What an arrogant fucking moron. You can't do this. You can't go to any club and just say, oh, all that shit you've been doing, fuck it. It's all crap. If it's not my Nancy system, it's crap. So I'm going to immediately fuck up your system and try something totally different, lose 7 out of 8 games, and get fired. What a fucking moron. I hope he learned something from this. I hope he learned something.
I think Pete was mentioning other American coaches who were system people and failed. And he brought up Jesse. I'll say the big counter argument there is that when Jesse came in for Bielsa and everything like that, his system was not far off of that. So implementing his system wasn't much of a drastic jump.
It ended up being a little more drastic though.
Jesse's issue was he was not flexible with Leeds. He played the same way against every single team.
I mean, so did Bielsa, but it was different. It was slightly different.
Slightly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a little more high.
It wasn't quite and we're going to change the entire system here. It's just say we're going to press higher, we're going to do this, and it's going to be more, close to the wall. But so I mean, I agree. It's. I mean, the thing is that Celtic have to have known when hiring him. Then Nancy's like, well, this is how I play. I mean, they just weren't going to come over to MLS and randomly pick some schmuck off of the team and just say, we're going to bring you in here.
Well, I'm sure they thought.
They had to have known how he plays, and they had to have known
he's been really successful. Maybe he can come here and be successful. You have to wonder how much they talked about a system. Are you a systems guy? Because you know what? If I'm an owner of a team, it's the first thing I'm asking a fucking guy I'm interviewing. Hey, are you a stubborn, arrogant ass fucking systems dude who's going to come in and fuck up my team regardless of what the player, the roster's made up of, and just do whatever you want and force squares into round holes? Because if you're going to do that, fuck you. I'm not hiring you. I want you to come in, do the best you can with what we got now, get us through the season, win in as many games as you can possible. Then you get a chance to implement your system. Or, as you said, you can implement it, but you got to do it slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. And you got to be winning along the way. You can't lose 7 of 8 games, you fucking idiot. This guy's listen, I used to respect Nancy. But I look at him and guys like Amaran and all these system fucks, and I think, where are the days of the Bruce Arenas? I mean, that's saying something. Who said, what do I got? I'll shape my team around what I got.
Mm-hmm.
I can play multiple different setups, but I got to figure out what I got first. Right? That's what a lot of coaching used to be. What do I got? And then I got 3 great center backs. Maybe I'll play a back 3. But if I only got 2, maybe I got to play something else.
Yeah.
So if I don't have any wing backs, Amaran, then I'm not going to play my system because I don't have any natural wing backs. I just got here. I'm going to force some guys to play wing back that don't play wing back.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Real quick before we continue on this, I want to go ahead and get Julian Vivas's super chat. I meant to pull this up before we jumped over to this, but I forgot to pull it up because it would have worked out perfectly for our previous conversation here. But if McKinney doesn't renew his contract, will he stay at Juventus? Well, if he doesn't renew it, I can't imagine he's going to stay at Juve because he didn't renew it. I think he wants to stay there. And Corey Gibbs came out and said, "Hey, all that hoopla about agent fees and shit like that, that's all bullshit."
Let me ask you, is the current manager getting fired?
No.
Oh, he'll be there.
Yeah, I think so. He already the current manager already came out like first weekend to be in there and said, "Hey, I want to renew McKinney."
Yep.
So
as for Ben Shelton, he's a great player. Great. Not that young anymore. I've watched him play at the US Open. I watched him play at Wimbledon. I've watched a lot of Ben Shelton. Yes, I still watch the majors. I don't watch any of the other ones. He's a good player, but he's never going to be great. And Taylor Fritz is the same way. He's a good player who will never be great. As you said, they are good American tennis players. Well, fuck, I can tell you, my man, Julian, when I was young, we didn't have good players. We had the best players in the world. Generationally, for a long time. Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras. We were overloaded with so many great players. Even Jim What's-His-Face was number one for a while. We were loaded. Even Michael Chang won a fucking French Open. Michael Chang. We would be lucky as hell to have anybody even near those kind of players anymore. Mm-hmm. We don't. So that's all I'm going to say about tennis. My brother, by the way, is a tennis professional coach and has been, and a former professional tennis player. So, I get a lot of tennis on the phone calls with my brother still. So I stay in touch with the game. I watch it, the majors, but I'm not impressed. Impressed with what I say. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Jumping back, Sam, or the FIFA Brit, who's a resident here in the United States, but he's a Brit, decided to pull up the expected goals for under Nancy in a comparison to simply say, should he have been fired for the results he got, or should they have given him more opportunity, more time here?
Well,
so, I mean, you're looking at the expected goals versus. I mean, they had better expected goals versus Hearts. It was close against Roma. They destroyed Dundee. Aberdeen was no shot. Although they smoked Aberdeen, they smoked Livingston. But yeah, look at Motherwell, look at Rangers. I mean, you'd think by basically looking at the stats that Celtic probably should have won more games than they lost.
BMR, by the way, yes, Jim Courier, thank you. Yeah, I don't really care about expected.
Well, this is why. I mean, you can sit there and look at stats. You can look at, like, when you look at the ratings of players on FotMob or whatever, and you say, like, well, geez, they had pretty good ratings here. Oh, they completed X amount of passes. Well, okay, if they completed 64 out of 65 passes, how many of them were progressive passes? How many of them were straight backwards passes?
Yeah.
I mean, stats only tell part of the story, and it can fill a narrative. So, I mean, looking at this, yes, Celtic probably should have scored more goals.
Yeah,
but I mean, I guess the question is, how many goals did they let in, even if they were crappy opportunities?
They sure went forward like a confident Celtic team in this. They just couldn't score. And then the back three were a little wiggly, including Trusty. So, listen, again, I just think okay, so you're asking, okay, well, why were there all these sudden little holes in the defense at Celtic? Well, Celtic's not used to playing a back three. They're not exactly sure how they're supposed to cover that. And the way that Nancy plays the midfielders in front of the back three can be a little confusing to get used to if it's not natural to you. It takes time. And listen, a lot of the goals came against, the flow of play. And that's because this team was not comfortable defensively and got countered and got hit and got scored on in a lot of these occasions. So even though they dominated the ball and they were on the offense most of the game and had more shots, they got hit because they're not used to playing defense in this structure. And they were exposed and they were scored on. Some of it was set pieces. I'm not saying all of them were that kind of goal. But that's, as a coach, what you got to, like, the first thing I'm doing is making sure my defense is rock solid, right? That's it. And then I'll worry about not getting scored, not losing any games, but winning as many as I can, but definitely not losing. I'm putting as many zeros for the other team on the board as possible. I don't know. Maybe I'm too conservative, but
here's the thing: when people look at strikers and they say, well, he's got an average expected goal stat of this, it's like 0.8 or whatever, but he's got like a lot of goals. They're like sitting like, well, he's punching above his weight limit here. He's eventually at some point he's going to hit a dry streak and he's just not going to score any goals, etc. But I mean, you're looking at these teams who have lesser expected goals. But what's the consistency is that they were scoring goals.
Well, I'll tell you two that killed them, the last two. Losing to Motherwell and getting outplayed by Motherwell. And then your biggest rivals getting dick slapped in that one. Yep. That's a killer. And that's just not survivable as a manager at Celtic, especially when you've won so many championships in a row, right?
Antonio's cracking me up with his random jump twos. Laughing my ass off. How the fuck is Rain in this shit show now?
Yeah, exactly. All right, folks.
My goodness. Real quick. Nope.
You got one more?
So Tax says, hey, Wilfred Nancy is arguably the best coach in MLS, and he couldn't last more than 1 month in Scotland with Celtic. And he's kind of maybe making that argument that where we were talking about the has Nancy ruined Europe for the future MLS managers. And we're asking that as a question. We're not saying it one way or another.
It's been ruined already. This was just like a out of the blue surprise chance. Nobody in Europe is hiring an American manager anytime soon. This was a
Nancy's
fluke.
not an American though, so I mean we're fine there.
Or an MLS manager.
Yeah, there you go.
It was a fluke hire. And is it going to hurt? Is it going to raise the bias meter against MLS managers? Yes, it is.
Well, and that's the key right there. I know Colin at the beginning of the show mentioned how it's an illogical fallacy to say such a thing. And yeah, I understand that if Nancy goes over and fails, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that Rafa Wiki couldn't come over and succeed. Unlikely. I'm bringing up another MLS.
Yeah, right.
But but there will be a bias, and we were talking about this before the show started. Biases tend to be illogical anyways because you're biased one way, so it will be an illogical fallacy. But we're not saying that an MLS coach couldn't go to Celtic and be successful. We're just saying that Celtic are going to look at MLS with a little more skepticism because of it.
Absolutely, they're not going to hire him. Now, somebody brought up Matarazzo. Yeah, he's not an MLS manager. He's been managing in the Bundesliga, so that's why he got the Real Sociedad job. And by the way, he just tied Atletico Madrid. So,
well, and again, we even talked about Jesse Marsh earlier. He was successful at Salzburg.
Not at Leipzig.
Red Bull Salzburg. There we go.
Yeah.
He wasn't very successful at Leipzig, where he was actually at Leipzig for 3 times as long as Wilford was at Celtic. Same thing with
like 3 months.
Somebody brought up Bob Bradley, and it's like, hey, made Bob Bradley's tenure look significant in comparison.
Well, you know what's kind of funny about Bob Bradley when he got to Swansea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that he was never ever really a systems guy, and all of a sudden he became a systems guy.
I don't recall those games when I just remember he got shit canned after 3 months. And
all of a sudden he wanted to play super aggressive and high. Like, that's not Bob Bradley. Bob Bradley should have stuck to what made Bob Bradley a good coach.
The empty bucket.
Watch the tape, know your team, build the team around your strengths. That's what you do. You don't have a set playing style until you figure out what you got first. Maybe he did. And maybe he thought, well, I can do lots of great shit with the talent that I got on this team. But maybe he played that. And that's why he got fired. So
to end this on a more comical note here. Go to Alexis.
Nancy went from coaching a Sunday league to managing a top European league. It's a top European league. You got to be shitting me.
This is the top league, Derek. It's one of the top 20 leagues, at least in Europe.
You've got to be shitting me. This guy thinks Scotland is a top European. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Outside of the traditional two and the occasional one that joins, Scotland's bottom is such trash that there's a guy named Jonathan Harkes who played regularly for Scotland and can't fucking have a regularly nice career for the most part here in MLS. So don't even tell me that shit. Don't even tell me that shit. Like the bottom half of the fucking Scottish Premier League is garbaggio, trash. Sorry, garbage. Don't even compare it to MLS. I mean, you got it. Where's this guy from?
I mean, let's finish it real quick. MLS isn't a league you can take seriously. To outsiders, it feels like WWE, sports entertainment. Nancy was basically a Ted Lasso, but on a soccer pitch in Europe.
He's French, you fucking idiot. He's not even American, you fucking moron. Fucking
my God.
And this is the kind of bias that we're all going to have to deal with, frankly. That's where this comes from. These arrogant.
He's based in the U.S., though.
He's a fucking arrogant asshole who doesn't know dick. So fuck him. That's just you. That's like pushing it too far. Like we all have criticisms about MLS, but you're telling me that Nancy's not a good manager. No, he's not a good manager, but it's not because he doesn't know his X's and O's. He's a bad manager because he's an arrogant fuck who came in and said, fuck you, I'm doing it my way, and I'm going to go out my way. Okay, well, you roll the dice when you do that. You could have just come in and did what the former manager was doing and just tinkered around and made it better. And then when you got your chance after the season was over and you won the championship, then you could have fucked around seriously before the season started. But you didn't because you went for the short. You couldn't see the forest through the trees. That was Nancy's fault. Being arrogant and naive about this, how this works when you take a job. One of the biggest two clubs, there's only two big clubs in Scotland. You take jobs with either of them and you fuck up for 8 games straight for the most part, you're gone. Period. So that works. All right. But
apparently there are MLS fans on Twitter, according to one of these handles, that are claiming that his firing was due to racism.
No, my God. Can we stop that?
So stupid, guys. Stupid.
He got fired because he fucked up in 6 of the 8 games he managed. He set the team up in an uncomfortable way. They weren't ready to defend. And even though they dominated most of the games going forward, when they got attacked, they completely collapsed and failed. So it's as simple as that. They weren't ready in his system to defend. Simple. It's simple. It's nothing complex. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They got thrown into something they weren't ready for too quickly.
All right, last one I stumbled across here.
Okay, you can say what you want, but the fact is the board appointed a guy who played completely different system to the squad he inherited, absolutely was capable of playing. Fuck, they were the much degraded. Huh?
They weren't that much.
Degraded. They couldn't play the system they were capable of. Nancy hung out by an inept board. No, he forced them to play a system they just weren't used to playing. And if you don't think, if you took my high school team and you suddenly told us to play a 4-3-2-1, we would be completely lost. We would have no fucking clue overnight with 1 or 2 practices how to make that happen. And it might take us like 3 months to figure out how to play something that different. Like we just wouldn't have known how to play it.
I think we can take what 67 said there, or 67 said. Speaking of which, real quick, side offshoot here. My son lost this weekend in indoor 6-7, and my daughter comes off the bench or comes off the bleacher, comes over and she goes 6-7. Oh my God, Charlie, shut up. No.
Yeah.
So the fault lies in two folds here. The fault lies in the board hiring a guy who plays a completely different system than what they're used to playing.
Yep.
And it also falls in Nancy by trying to force the system on immediately.
Yep.
2 people are at fault there. In the end, it's the coach's decision. The results weren't there. He got shit canned after 32 days.
And listen, I can understand somebody who comes in some way, so confident in their system and saying, well, if I'm going out my way. I've heard coaches say that.
My way.
Well, I have to tell you, you're rolling the dice on that. And I just think the smarter way to do it would have been like, listen, change is a gradual thing. Like good change happens gradually, not overnight. Overnight, like if you take a frog, right, who's been hanging out in hot weather, right, for 90-degree weather all summer, you pluck him off his lily pond and you throw him into an ice bath, he will be dead in seconds.
Could there be a level of arrogance in the sense that he thought maybe, well, I'm joining Celtic, history upon history upon history, and we're playing the SPL, not very deep. I feel like I've got the players that I could thrust the system, and there may be some growing pains, but I feel like I've got the players will be able to succeed against a league that's pretty, and again, arrogance, shite, if you will.
Yeah, but Brett, over 8 games, like by game 4, are you not like, okay?
Well,
I'm gonna go back to what you guys were doing
by game 4, you played one of the whether it was Europa or Conference or whatever the fuck it was, and then one of them was a cup game. Yeah, as a still disheartening by all means, but as far as league play is concerned, only 2 of those 4 games were league games.
I would tell you by game 5 for sure. I would have been like, it's working. I'm going to go back to what we were doing before. I'm going to keep my job, and I'm going to win some games, and I'm not going to let the other guys score. I'm going to go back to what these guys know, and I'm going to win enough to keep my job and enough to keep us in the championship.
By game 5, they beat Aberdeen 3-1, and then they beat they beat Livingston 4-2 immediately afterwards. So, I mean, in the eyes of Nancy at that point, maybe he thought, hey, we're turning a leaf here. Yeah. Hey, we lost 2 in the league. We won 2 in the league, and then we lost 2 in the league. So,
yeah, and I think don't take the fact that who he lost to in the last 2. That's really the dagger, right? You don't lose against Motherwell, and you don't lose against fucking Rangers, and badly at that. So, yeah, that's the death knell, and he should have known better.
In the 6 league games, you lost to Hearts and you lost to Rangers, the 2 teams that are vying for that championship spot along with you. And I know that Celtic and Rangers are like 6 points behind Hearts right now.
Yep.
So obviously both games make a massive fucking difference.
Massive 3-point swing.
Yeah, possible 6.
6, yeah,
right there. They could have been contending right there at the top of the league right there, but. That's the big talking point there. I mean, if you lost, but then again, if you lost to somebody lower down, that could be just as detrimental. Like, why the fuck did you lose to them? You know, that type of thing.
They've done that too this season, by the way. So all right. So say la vie. Wilfred Nancy will be back in MLS soon. I can guarantee.
Somebody will pick him up. I guarantee it.
Yep, absolutely. Maybe Kansas City will give a call to Ralph Wicky and say, you know what, we moved too quickly. I think we're going to hire this Nancy guy. You want to be an assistant coach? We'll see. All right. Thanks for sticking with us for 2 fucking hours and 25 minutes on a night we thought there was nothing to talk about. We will be back next Monday. Have a great weekend or week and then weekend. We'll see you soon. Good night.
That hurt.
Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I don't understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the tip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a new